Good morning, third graders. This is Miss A. I hope you all are having a great day. Today we're going to kind of review some math topics. We have on my screen, you'll see a example problem. So we're going to go over our problem for today. If you have any questions before we start doing this, you can take a pencil, a paper, and pause the video anytime we are responding back to a question, or if you have a question, you can pause the video, write it down, and then you can contact your teacher for any problems. So I have my word problem here. So I know with a word problem, I always need to read, draw, write. Those are the three things that are the most important when I see a word problem. So let's read it together. Miss A's sandwich shop was 9 yards long and 7 yards wide before she added a new section. I stop right there and I think, what's important in that question? Okay, take a moment, think about that. Okay, so I would underline 7 yards long. If I needed to, I could underline it with my pencil, and 7 yards wide. So I know that 9 yards long and 7 yards wide are some important numbers. Then I would keep reading. So the shaded squares show the new section. So I think, take a minute. What's important there? The shaded squares show the new section, okay? So I know that something has been added. So I look at my picture right over here and I think, okay, in my word problem, I have 9 yards long and 7 yards wide. So I have my 9 yards down. So this would be 9 yards long and 7 yards wide. Take a moment and think, okay, where have I seen this before? And I see the shaded squares in the new section. So these are my shaded squares, and this must be the part that they added on to the sandwich shop. So I know this looks really familiar, and we're going to keep reading the problems to see what exactly we need to find. So down here it says, what was the total area of Miss A's sandwich shop before the new section was added? So in this problem, again, I would think, what do I need to answer? So I know I need to find the total area of Miss A's shop before the new section was added. So I could underline that as well. So what was the total area before Miss A's sandwich shop? So I know this is what the spot was, the blank spot right here with no tiles or no shaded squares is the section that was before. So, okay, 9 times 7. If I don't know 9 times 7, there are so many different ways. So I'm going to use the finger method, okay? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So my 9 is 81. So I know the section of the shop before the new section was added was 81. So I would type that right there. But wait, what unit am I measuring in? Am I measuring in inches? Am I measuring in centimeters? I have to look over here because no matter what, we always want to make sure that we have our units in there. So I see that it's yards, so I would do 81 yards square. So I could do square yards. Square yards. Good. So now I'm ready to see the second part of my question. So I only measured this. Number 1 is only this part without any of the shaded blocks on the side. So this was the part that I had before, and this is the part that I will have after. So number 2, what is the total area of Miss A's sandwich shop after the new section was added? So now I would underline after the new section was added. So I could underline that, highlight it, bold it, and I also want to find total area because, I have to think, am I finding just the squares or am I finding the whole thing? So take a moment, think about it. Okay, so now we need to find the total area of the whole thing after the new section was added. So my 9 yards, it stays the same. And over here, I know that this part is 7, so I need to do 7 plus 3. So I have 7, 8, 9, 10. So my yards wide would be 10 yards wide. If you need to, you can write it at the bottom. So I'm going to write it 10 yards wide and yards wide, and I'm going to keep my 9 yards long. So, okay. So now I have 10 yards wide, 9 yards long. So if I had to do a multiplication sentence, I would do 10 times 9, and that would be, again, if you don't know, you can kind of use the finger method, you can use the countdown, you can sing your 9 song. So 10 times 9 is 90 square yards as my total answer. So we want to also make sure that we are doing our full complete sentences. So I underlined when I read my words and my questions. I drew out, the picture's right here, but I drew my sentence with my multiplication sentence. And then I wrote a sentence at the end to say how long each one was. So this is a problem that you're going to look at and you're going to see something very similar. Think about making sure that you are underlining what the question is answering and what it's asking, and using the work that you have to just help you. And if you have any questions, again, contact your teacher and we will be happy to help you. All right, I hope you guys have a great day and we'll see you soon.